Wow, it's been a while. Now you gotta look at this mug. I am live, and it's been quite some time, killing some time. I just did my bowling alley video, and it's editing, uploading, and doing all that. And I'm hoping to debut it while I'm on here, so I can get you guys to see firsthand what it's done, your impressions. I got up because I couldn't sleep. Rough night yesterday with a migraine, and I was charging batteries all night so I could go fly. I mean, only three, but still. Um, so I was up about 6, officially out of bed, sort of moving, and got dressed, ran out, and yeah, me. Thank God. I was waiting for you to pop on, bro. Yeah, I migraine yesterday about 10 o'clock. We were supposed to be at my aunt's house for noon. About 10 o'clock yesterday, I started getting a migraine. I only had 2 Excedrin left, and that did not do justice. It was ridiculous. It was quite rough of a day to say the least. It finally went away. Woke up feeling like $1,000,000, and then all the anxiety kicked in this morning to go do the flight that I did at the bowling alley. Mm. Mid snack of champions. So the bowling alley had asked me, or I had brought it up to them and said that I wanted to do a video and fly inside there, but I wanted to do more than just like a rip around the place and then make a video of it and it's gone. I wanted to do something that they could use, something that spent a little more time on editing, not tiny whoop, HD footage. So I got Mr. Cinematic. Hold on, pressure down. I got Mr. Cinematic here, which is the iFlight Mega B, and then the build that I built. Find it here. This is Boo. This is my build with the Cadex V2 turtle in it. And brought them in there, had a couple ideas of what I wanted to do, and then you kind of just freestyle it in the same token where you just fly around the place. I get as much footage as I can, and then half of it I end up throwing away, or at least more than half. So you always have extra footage because you never know. I've run into situations where I had a 4-minute song I wanted to fly to and basically got 4 minutes, but then I realized I wanted to slow motion some stuff or speed it up, and then it screws up what you're doing. So with this time, I had a song I already wanted to fly to. Guaranteed that it would work. It was a good song. I could use it on YouTube. They could use it. Upbeat, no swears, no real words. And then I shot like 15 minutes worth of footage. And I didn't even think of that. The Cadex, while I was flying with that, the SD card inside there, the SD card's got footage too. So I'm going to have to go back and look at that and see if I could do something with that. But I took all of that footage, listen to the song pretty ahead of time, and I kind of chop and find where I like certain transitions and then try to work. In your time, where's the camera? In the timeline that's like this big, you have like this much worth of footage. So I ended up chopping, cutting, and doing what I needed to do. It came out super cool. So I'm hoping it finishes uploading while I'm doing this so I can, like I said, show it to you. So, Demi, what are you up to out there today? You out at the pub? I figured just sit on here and BS for a little while. It's been forever. I'm hoping, I know it's middle of the day, that there's people around. Oh, this is my good side, bro. You said I look rough. This is me in a good day. Batteries. Where's the batteries? That's a neat topic we talk about too. A lot of guys use a lot smaller batteries on these things. I mean, they've shrunk in size, but in comparison, this is a China line. Yeah, I'm choking on my freaking pretzel. China line hobby battery. It's 1500 milliamp. Probably weighs more than the quad does. And it's funny because it matches. You want to talk about OCD shit? It's like it's meant to be. And some funnier stuff. You'll respect the detail. Real careful. The SD card matches the rest of it. I had a fun time trying to find the right standoffs that I go, sorry, bro, can't hang. I'm looking forward to boy. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Trying to find the right standoff to fit onto this tiny little stack that would raise it up high enough where I could get into and I could get to the SD card and it wouldn't hit the top of the stack because you don't want any flex and bumping the stack and causing vibration on the flight controller and whatnot. Hey man, got into FB about 4 months ago. Just hopped in. Clean up next. Welcome. I don't know if you're a subscriber. Welcome to the channel. I am Chris, Explicit FPV. I am here to help you guys. If you're just getting into FPV, questions, intros, if you need an intro made, something like that, I do that. I'm doing Twitch. What's up, buddy? Wow, good to see you. Getting into PID tuning a lot. I know some of the newer beta flights, basically people are just changing their RPM filter and they say they fly great. Every quad I've had to kind of tweak a little bit, and I've talked about in a couple videos that I almost tune them very similar. The only difference is something cinematic versus something that is freestyle. I tune completely different. The PIDs are about the same. Just your RC rate changes, your super rate changes, and then maybe a little bit of expo. Man, freaking pretzels are dry as shit. Which, how's the weather out there? It's like 32 degrees and windy as shit here. It's so weird. I don't do this live thing very often. Number one, I have to look at my face in my own damn laptop, and it's just not a pretty sight. On top of not a, I haven't written anything down. You just cell phone. You kind of just go off the whim here. Let's see who that Trap Sunday. No, all the Black Friday stuff. Getting all these crazy. Oh yeah, I can show you because usually behind the phone, I don't know how well. I got the new Samsung Note 10. Hold on. Thing's amazing. What about motors do you think best for a 5-inch for cinematic? The cinematic is a very open-ended kind of question. Everybody, it's like love, it's an interpretation type thing. You get a high kV motor, you're going to have a lot of speed, a lot of torque, but you really don't need it. I have found with cinematic, and especially with these guys, I know they're smaller, the heavier battery works really well. Is that these have the Brother Hobby Tornado motors, which are insane, even with the extra weight of this battery that I have. It actually sort of underpowers it just enough, or even in the, if you overstick it and you don't have good throttle management, it kind of smooths it out because it's trying to lift that heavy battery. My cinematic rig is this guy here, the iFlight Battle Axe frame. I have the Freybot motors on here. I love these motors because of their smoothness. They have the right amount of power. They don't have the best example or analogy I use is it's like a power band in a dirt bike. If you got a two-stroke, or like a Honda VTEC, get to a certain RPM and then boom, it jumps. That's perfect for racing and stuff like that. You don't want anything like that. I don't mind the lower kV motors because I'm not going for speed. I don't need the extra oomph that it has. And on top of, you're doing more cinematic. Usually they're longer shots, longer flights. Which is different ones. These green Cobra motors that I think, let me see if it says what the hell they are. No, of course not. Oh, here they are. They're 2205, 2300 kV. If I want to beat on this thing, it freaking hauls ass. It's super smooth. But if I just want to cruise around, I get 6-7 minutes with this guy. The only problem is the camera angle. That's kind of like where I'm at now with the camera angles. I don't want to change all these because I don't fly that fast where I need to worry about the camera angle. If I come down and then want to chill and go through the trees and whatnot, you're going like this and you're just looking up, even with the super view on the GoPro. Oh yeah, 4S. I only run 4S. I haven't gotten into the 6S thing. Every battery I got is China line. I got the bigger brick ones and then the little orange guys. I have never had a problem with them. And when I first started off and I was abusing batteries because I thought speed was the way and just hard punches, I smoked every battery I had. I just would freaking drain them way too low and they wouldn't come back. I had a whole stack out back at one point. These things I've run down to ridiculous, like 3.01 or something like that a cell, and they come back every single time. I've never had a problem with them ever swelling, which is pretty dope. I had one, I crashed. That was the only one that I screwed up. I crashed, or I hit the ground a little bit, and it chipped up the bottom, and one of the cells decided to go. But other than that, they don't swell. They're decent size weight compared to first gen. God, you threw this at somebody, you'd probably break their nose. How much smaller? Like I said, I don't even have any batteries to compare it to. All my other shit around here is just tiny stuff. What do you I'm trying to read. What do you have for a stack? Do you have anything set up already, Mr. Hollywood? And check my progress on my upload here. Hopefully it'll. How we doing, Sir Adam? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know how these guys do it. Hey, hey, what's up, buddy? I watch all these live streams of people that are helping their channels grow, and the freaking feed is just going and going and going. I I don't I can't even keep up with it. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. It says I'm live. I was gonna fly outside this afternoon, but man, it is just too freaking windy. There's no way. Welcome. This is the first live stream I've done in God knows how long. It's just, I guess it's an anxiety thing. It's just kind of weird sitting here doing this. Those are neat motors. I've never. Where's that stack? It's funny because I got two sets of the Freybot motors. The only issue I had with one of them is I was on vacation at Lord's Point this past July. I'm changing the prop. All of a sudden, ping, pops off. I don't even think I have it still. Let me see if I saved it. I probably finally threw it away because I don't really keeping that shit around. Nope. I got part of it. Where's the camera? There it is. Keep forgetting. The freaking shaft snapped right off. I don't know why, because I wasn't over tightening. I was still in the middle of it, and they just ping. So I have this backup one, and then I was flying. Where is it? My first big build, Evo. I was flying this in the yard, turned around the stump in the yard, and the thing came crashing down, and I couldn't figure out why to save my life. The stupid little pin that's inside there decided to pop off. So that extra motor I had for fixing the other thing, I was able to get that back up in the air. That's the craziest shit. Those things are not fun to get in. Not at all. Demi was here. I think he left. It's always a pleasure when he's on here. Freaking desk is a bomb. Holy shit. That was a good topic to talk about because the new thing with YouTube where you have to make your channel kid friendly or not kid friendly. Emac, yeah, those are dope motors too. Yeah, the Katui stack. That's what's in here. I use one of those stacks with that crazy floating where the probably not gonna see it in here. You can see here. No, you can't see it. It's got that weird, I think the gyro is on that piece of foam. That's what's in here. It was like $100 and something stack without the VTX in it. That is by far one of the smoothest, but depends what you're using it for. Again, my stack that I've gone to now is the Mamba. I have the Mamba 30 by 30. I got two of those, and then I have the Mini. That's what's in this guy right here is that little Mamba Mini. Yeah, you're very welcome, sir. Anytime. You can hit me up anytime. I think I've talked to a couple guys. See, I'm looking forward. Dude, I got home about 10 o'clock and did some prepping and cleanings. We're doing Friendsgiving tomorrow. And I popped the laptop open, and you missed part of the conversation. The song is 4 minutes, 10 seconds, or something like that. And I have like 15 minutes of footage that I got. And trying to, it's like when you shoot your own footage, you're like, wow, I like this, I like this, I like this. I'm going to put this here. So trying to sacrifice which footage you use is probably my biggest gripe with trying to get the video. And then there's times where I was like, oh, I'm going to use this, put it into the song and put it into it. And then I will watch the video a whole bunch of times to make sure transitions are right. And because I've noticed lately, I'll use my Bluetooth speaker because I want to hear certain bass notes or certain notes that I want to use for transitions. Sometimes there's a delay, and it's not delayed. You know, it's you listening to it or earbuds, and then you'll hit your pause and you'll cut your timeline, and then I go back and listen to it, and it's like a half a second off. So where it's supposed to just be a quick transition, it doesn't match the beat, and it pisses me the fuck off. So I'll watch the freaking video multiple times, and then like the one for the bowling alley, I changed 3 clips like 4 different times, and thank God I had a pyrethra. I love that word, pyrethra. A huge amount of extra footage, and I was talking about being prepared, and that is one of those things too. Shoot everything you can. even like I said, I just left my GoPro on. I didn't keep stopping it every time I got a shot, landed it. I just flew around. I flew everywhere I could until the battery was screaming bloody murder, and then I sat down and edited it. I don't know if I can. You know, I can. Where's my phone? So I was sending quick clips of the video I did to the lady at the bowling alley, and I think I can show it to you guys through my cell phone, which would be kind of cool. All right, here we go. Let's see if it'll work here. Another sneak peek. Yeah, hey, double FP, what's good, homie? Oh, it's funny. You said you were old earlier. That's probably going to stop right about here. The music's different. If you can hear me over that, I'll wait till it's done. So the music is considerably different. And again, there's your interpretation, you know, art, being a very creative, artistic person, something will move you. And again, thank you, thank you. Um, art is interpretational. To me, art is super emotional. I put my heart and soul in everything I do. Flying is weird because I do that same thing, like when I used to draw and cartoon and stuff back in the day. Um, your flight is one thing. It's like a music video. It's a good example. A music video that you'd watch on MTV back in the day when it was real. That's how old I am. Um, you hear a song on the radio a whole bunch of times. You're like, yeah, I kind of dig it. But then the way they make the music video gets you into it. Certain transitions, the way that they slow motion stuff down, certain shots, the colors, that changes everything. Hold on a second. It gets spelled. Um, it significantly changes it. So I want to walk away from one of my videos knowing I gave it my all, number one, and that it somehow impacts me. And I hope that it does the same for you. There's 100 billion of us out there, FPV guys, that are flying and doing kick-ass things, and there's a million better pilots than me by far, absolutely by far. But that's not what I want to be known for. I want to be known for my creativity, my uniqueness. When you watch a video, you walk away from it because it's not. I can't go to some of these awesome places that some of these, like, these guys are flying in the Netherlands in the mountains and shooting down. I can't do that. I'll go back in the woods and get chased by deer while I'm flying, but it's not going to be that awesome of a location. So I want to, even if I just rip in the yard with, where's the little dude I just flew? Take this non-HD little monster and rip it in the yard, and somehow, hopefully, you walk away from that video and you're just like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. You know, that's where I hope that I succeed in making the videos. Oh, excuse me. What the hell was that? Oh, I need more Velcro. ADD moment. I think they call it Sherlock tape. See this shit? I gotta add a little bit. I had a look. It's weird. You know, talk about Jello. Let's go all over the place. I don't give a fuck. Monsters kicking in. I flew this, and one of the scenes shots I wanted to get was flying outside and then in to the middle of the bowling alley, and then I was going to take that clip and reverse it, so you'd be kind of straggling out, which I didn't end up using. But flying outside, it was so windy. As soon as I got outside, the quad was just like, I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be outside and shaking. And I didn't like the footage. These things don't like any kind of wind at all. I think it has something to do with the ductwork, the fact that it's a sail. Hold on. Mike's calling me. You are on speaker and I'm live on YouTube right now. What's up? Mm-hmm. So what's up? Nothing, chilling at the house. We're just doing a little prep work for tomorrow, but if you want to come over and chill, dude, we're just hanging out. Thank you, that's gonna be nice. Bye. Hell yeah, we'll be here. All right, I'll have all right. My stuff, and I'll stop over. Yes, sir. All right, man. Later. Bye. You never know what's going to happen when you're live. So The green one's my favorite. Green everything is my. They need to come out with a camo can to match this. But they had the orange one, Sunkiss back in the day, or old school Fanta. These things are fantastic. But I love the green ones. Those things are dope. So I want to put a question out there to you guys. You guys are all flying. Where is the coolest place that you've flown, or where do you want to fly that you're trying to get permission? What's the Yeah, rock. You know why? If I'm a cheap bastard or I don't have the money to survive a week, because monsters have gone back up over $3, you can get the 2 for $4 of the rock stars. Those are good too. They have a cotton candy one or blueberry, whatever. That those things are awesome. I love those things. What else? I got all these toys, so I can like one of the cheapest little pieces of shit that I have that I turned into. This was in the middle, or say in the beginning. This started its life off as, I think it was the Nano QX FPV. They came out with one that you could flip and it would continue to fly, but it didn't have FPV. And then they came out with this one that was all fragile, had the plastic arms out that kind of looked like a spider or some shit. Gave it to my dad. Dad destroyed it. I mean, completely obliterated it. The camera broke, and I was like, you know what? It'd be fun to just have another kind of. I was gonna make it like a whoop. You can't really whoop in the house. I mean, these don't hurt. The motors are so slow, but you can't get through the same tight gaps because if these brush anything, it falls out of the sky. But outside, the thing's a beast. Which guy? I'm trying to get my wife into let me or. Dude, I've got 8 videos where I'd land on her boobs, or when I first started tiny whooping, I'd come in and I'd land right here on purpose. I didn't want to, show the video or anything, but I'm a boob guy. She's got them. That's what's up. Strawberry kiwi rock star. Yes, that sounds fantastic. I had a little bit of coffee this morning on the way just to wake up on the way to go fly. And my nerves, I've had a rock star or a monster when I'm getting ready to fly. I'm sitting there, and I don't know if any of you guys have had it, but your freaking hands start twitching, especially if there's nerves involved. Holy shit. I just put my camera. Anytime you fly, there's a little bit of nerves because there's excitement and adrenaline, but when you're doing it for somebody else and they're watching, I don't like you. When they're watching and you're trying to impress them, make them happy, there's a purpose to it. It changes the whole game. Like I said, I usually, if I'm ripping in the yard, like when I did the contemporary challenge too, ripping in the backyard through the stuff, I sat down and I'm all like this because it was just freaking flipping and having fun. This was different. The whole ride home, I was just pumped. I couldn't believe I flew. I didn't crash once. I didn't misstep, nothing. I bumped the door frame, but that was about it. Boom landing pad. Oh, there's mommy. Yay! Oh, I'm not clicking on it. Everybody in the chat, that is my wife in there. She must be bored with what's on TV because she's watching me. What time you want to start cooking those awesome pizzas dinner? Like 5 o'clock? My thumbs twitch. Yes. And then, depending on what controller, I don't know if I have it out. I get more twitching using this. I don't know if it's just the way that my hands sit on it, or I get a little more nerves because it just tweaks the thumb. I have an old injury back from high school, which you're probably not going to be able to see very well. Yeah, it's up there. I slapped a hamster cage in the middle of the night by accident when I was young in high school during midterms, and it went right through my veins and grazed my tendons and basically screwed me up pretty good. It stopped my bowling for quite a while. And thankfully I'm able to, bowl and do all that stuff still, but I still have a lot of issues where I'm starting to drop stuff now. And if I fly a lot, I pack after pack or doing tiny whooping and stuff in the yard, I can definitely feel it in this hand, especially if it's cold out. I notice a lot of, and I got to put it down. Oh yeah, where'd mom go? She's not coming. Where'd you go, dear? I ran out of pretzels. You want to bring me some more pretzels? See if she responds through text. Yeah, you know what's funny? Let's take my watch off. I'll show you. So I was lowering one of my cars way back in the day and never held a it was the disc, the air disc cutters, and I was holding it like this, and it was sitting out, and I didn't realize that the blade was sitting right there on my tendon. And when I plugged in the air, because it was squeezing the trigger like a dumbass, it zinged it right in the same spot, right over the tendons. Yay! Mommy's bringing me pretzels. Weird. She won't even say anything on camera. She's one of them. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so I did that, and then right after I got the stitches done, the chick I was dating at the time wanted to take me roller skating. Was roller skating, and not I can't roller skate worth shit. So I fell, and I remember going like this, and you can see the stitches just go. Whoop. Oh, hold on. If this is up to date, I see 5 of you crackers in the chat there, right? Why is there only? Where's the damn camera? Right there. There's only 2 thumbs up in this bitch. Somebody want to hit a button over there? Oh yeah, on top of that, bowling. I'm a heavy hook bowler, so it uses a lot of wrist. So by the end of the night, I'm pretty much freaking useless as it is. But I told the doctor I was 17 years old when I did it. I looked at him dead in the face. I had tears in my eyes because there's 3. I cried. I ain't gonna lie. Shit hurt like a bitch. I covered the house. I Spider-Man the motherfucker. Just I looked at the doctor and said, am I gonna be able to move my hands again? He goes, yeah, but I don't know how much. I said, am I gonna be able to flick people off? He said you should be good. I high-fived him. But I didn't think I was ever gonna be able to bowl again. It took a long time to get back into it because of the damage that it did. And it's weird. There's 4. Thank you. I actually had to get back into bowling by bowling no thumb. Whereas for whatever reason, using the thumb just for that was me. It just hurt the tendon so much. So I started off back with a house ball. It was no thumbing it and going gutter to gutter. And then after years, it built up the strength, but it became a habit. So I had a hard time not, I had to use my thumb. I'm a lefty, so 10 pin. I'm considered a witch, a warlock, a Satanist, all these crazy things because I'm a lefty. I'm one of 3 in the entire league. All these guys start bitching and complaining, oh, you got an unfair advantage and all this. I still have to bowl, still have to not fuck up, spill my beer. It is what it is. You still have to be consistent and do your thing regardless. Yes, there are less people on my oil pattern, which I'm okay with. I fuck it up enough. I use no thumb. Are you a 2-hand? Do you use 2 hands or just 1? Devil. There's a dude that bowls with the 2 hands in our league, and I don't know how the hell I tried it sober. I almost fell on my ass. I couldn't because I'm used to putting my right hand out. No shit. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to teach one of the guys on my team how to do that. Let's teach him how to curve, and he can't even hold a 6-pound back long enough to figure it out. It's like some special talent we have that they can't. But yeah, they started using new oil. I think they call it fire and ice or something like that, and it breaks down way different than the old school oil that they used to have, where you had a guaranteed pattern. You could pretty much bowl all 3 games and not have to switch balls, and both lanes were consistent. Now, I think for the first time in 12 years, I had to use 1 ball, 1 lane, 1 ball on the other because I just could not figure out the lanes. I was all over the place. There was a lot of swearing involved. But that's something I've done my whole life, just being a bowler. I love it. So we still got 4. 6 pounds. You fucking kidding me? 6 pounds? You're bullshitting. My balls are 6 pounds. I did not just say that out loud, did I? Uh-huh. There you go. I got my shit behind me. I don't feel like digging it out. I got a ball I got to get drilled. Yeah, fuck out. You're right here. Carbon fiber, inner core. If you got to have your ball, it digs right through the pocket. The inner core is carbon fiber. It's pretty cool. I got to get that drilled. I did a league where you got 2 free bowling balls. which are awesome. It feels like a straight shot. It's all how you hold the ball and how you come out of it. It's almost like how you throw a football, how you kind of are doing this. It's the same way when you're coming out of the ball, right at the bottom of your swing, which I can't do because I'm sitting, is where you start to pull up and come out of it, and it will freaking. And it depends how it's drilled too. House balls, if you notice when you do that with a house ball, it really doesn't curve as much because there's no core. There's an asymmetrical core in these. So as it starts to spin, it changes and then it dives. So mine will go all the way down to the sweet spot, just past the oil into the dry spot, and it dives back in. Ridiculous. But I think I've thrown. I can't throw 16. Wrist won't let me do it. I could get a game out if that. So I stick with a 15. So the three that I have are 15 pounds. There's it's crazy. There's videos on YouTube that you can watch that'll help you figure that out too. But speed doesn't equal more pinfall. There's plenty of guys I know that shoot that they just freaking bomb it down the lane and it just reflects off the pins. And again, house balls have no core. They're just filled solid with God knows what. So it bounces off. It doesn't have any oomph to go in. The ones that we have, like the one down here, the gauntlet, where it's just got a crazy, heavy, thick core, dives right into that pocket and goes through. I don't know where Mama went. I think she left. I'm looking here. I was hoping to get FPV Fanatic, not what's his name, Ed FPV, on here. Let's see, check that video. I know it's been taking a lot longer lately. Let's see here. Oh, that's still my ugly ass live streaming. So, Devil, what's your favorite quad that you're flying right now? Oh, you guys got to get that freaking, if you like gaming, get that Call of Duty. The mobile one. That game is insane. That the Nazi zombies, like the console game, which is pretty cool, and you can play like the same with PUBG, where you can play with up to 4 people, and you can communicate back and forth and shit. You'll be very impressed with that frame. Solid. It's big, obviously. I guess you're supposed to put the battery on top, but I'm not a fan of putting the batteries on top. I like them on the bottom. You can see a big ass stack in there, right? So here's a cool little thing, and I kind of build a lot of the quads the same way, depending on room. You got your stack and stuff here. My VTX, so weird with this camera up here. Oh, there you see it. I got my VTX upside down, which is a very common thing that I'll do. And then if I turn it that way, you can probably see it better. The receiver, I always have the room, so I like to put the receiver here. Or if I have the room, if the stack's taller, I'll put the receiver upside down in here. And I always do little male-female disconnects, I guess you call them. So when you have to crack open the top, then you can pop them off. But this one was tight. Like I said, there's no room on this guy. I didn't incorporate that. It flies good. It's a solid frame. You just make sure when you do all the, I think there's bolts under here. Let's see here. There's one. So one, I have heat shrink here to help keep the wires in place and hidden and stuff. But make sure you Loctite all of those because they loosen up. I've had a couple frames. I had one where I was starting to get a shudder when I was only turning left, and I couldn't figure out what in God's name it was going on. I would turn left, just and then go back. I think it was hot dogs. Yeah. So this guy, where's the freaking arm? It's got 2 volts. Or right here. It was almost all the way out and loose, so the whole arm The whole arm was shaking back and forth. If I took another couple turns, yeah, that shit would have dropped down. Well, I got it. I got it already. That's what I was saying. I've done it all now. I bet you everybody's got a drawer like this. It started off just supposed to be zip ties and other things, and now it's become God knows what. Like I said, my Loctite's supposed to be in here, which I was trying to find. Camera controllers and structure. There it is. Yeah, put that on everything. Motors, all that. Yep. Yeah, definitely. It is super important on anything you build. Pre-builds, I think, usually do it, but stupid little things. Here's a good example of that. This is not the right quad, but little screws for the camera. I was flying one time, and from the vibration of a bent prop, it wiggled and wiggled and wiggled, and I was in the middle of getting ready to do a flip, and the camera just completely tilted back to the point where I could not see anything. I don't know how I got it down without completely destroying it. If I had Loctited it, it wouldn't have had that happen. So that was a super, super close call. Come on, where the fuck is the video? I wonder, see, I don't know if I can get out of live stream. I don't care. It'll pop up. If somebody sees it pop up in their feed before I do, let me know. I am super, super excited. I don't think it will let me. I don't want to back out of this. No, I can't. Oh, well. I forgot where you said you lived, bro. You're out where the mountains are, right? I forgot where the hell you said. I can't remember what the hell I did 5 minutes ago, for God's sake. I think Midwest, right? Devil, Midwest? I think there's a, yeah, there we go. Yeah, like 15 minutes away from that. Shit. Yeah, I'm in Connecticut. I'd have to go up north, Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire to get any real mountains. Lots of woods and stuff here, which is dope. You've seen all the videos. I grew up here. This is the house I grew up in. So I spend a lot of time out there hiking with the kids or in the middle of the night. That's our fun thing to do Saturday nights after it gets cold and frost is we'll get on our gear and our flashlights and shit. And we'll go night hiking, which is pretty cool. And the koi dog and stuff back there chase us around. Or we go chasing turkeys because they're trying to sleep in the trees and spook them and freaking freaks them out. It's hysterical. But yeah, no mountains. None of that. Put that up there. Social? What? Oh, no shit. Whereabouts in Vermont? If I can ask. We used to go camping a lot in Vermont, right outside of Brattleboro, a tiny town called Harmonyville. You literally sneeze as you're driving. You've gone past the town. And then Lake Dunmore, I think, was in Vermont. Oh shit, Cali. Anywhere near where all the fires are? We've been watching Live PD and Live Rescue, and they have a lot of Wells, Vermont. I don't know where that is. I'll have to check that out. That's cool. Yeah, that's my favorite place to go, man. I wouldn't move south when I decide to move when the kids are older. I'm gonna go north. Actually, I got my phone right here. I'm gonna look that up. I bowled in a couple tournaments out up in Vermont. Let's see. Wells. Damn, that's crazy, dude. That is scary shit. Were you born out there? Is it Well, Vermont? Or Wells? I said Well. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's cool. Rutland, yeah. There, I bowled a tournament in Rutland. Bridgewater, Ludlow, Manchester, Greenwich. That's not too far from me. 105 miles from here. Hey, bro, what's going on? Holy crap! How are you? Probably like a minute lag time between what I'm saying and what's going on in there. And I don't even know where my whoop is. So I found these little lunch things quite a while back at Walmart. I can't stand that store. Again, the people. Anyway, little sandwich thing. I walked by them twice and I had to go back. Right next to Slay Core. Wow. Man, it's been a long time. I missed chatting with you, bro. I hope you're doing well. But so it's like a two-part deal where you're supposed to put your snacks in. Go up higher. There we go. Got your batteries and your all kinds of goody stuff. And then you open it up. And then I got the whoop. I cannot wait to rip this thing around. I miss flying it. I did a video in the yard. If you've watched any of the flight videos, I have a huge fire bush if your back's to the house on the left side of the house that was starting to change color, and it literally looked like it was on fire. And I'm like, honey, I wonder if we can get underneath it because there's just a tiny little gap. So I was doing laps underneath it. I didn't hit record, or if I did, I didn't have the SD card, whatever the hell it was, but I didn't get any of the freaking footage. I was so pissed because she was super impressed. I got it the first time. How's the weather out, man? Out there, it gotta be cold, I imagine. You're England, right? You're. I forgot, man. I can't remember. Where the hell am I right now? I gotta get on the freaking wagon and continue to keep doing this more often. I think it'd be more fun if I can get some of the knuckleheads that I talk to on a regular on here. YouTube, you can't. I wish YouTube had a way of where you could add multiple people all at once. That would be the way to go. Instead of having to use all these other streams and shit. You know him? Nabi? How do you pronounce that? Nabi? Let's keep checking here. See if the video's up. Oh, it's up. The video's up. Let me see if I can put a link. Let me see if I can share. Publish video, so this should be no. Publish, sure. I'm gonna copy the link. I'm gonna go into here. Copy the link. I'm gonna go into here. Copy the link. I'm gonna go into here. Copy the link. Echo. I'm gonna go into here. Link. Echo. I'm gonna go into here. It's the little things. Inception. That was no. I put the video link in there. It's called Just One Pin. I don't know if you were here when we were talking about it. I got the chance. The lady at the bowling alley wanted me to fly and do a Cinewhoop style thing there and produce a video that they could use and put on their Facebook, on their webpage and stuff like that. So it just uploaded. If you want, go take a look at it. I'll be here waiting. Inception was the song to Inception that I did is one of my favorite songs of all time. I absolutely love the beginning, just the first 5 seconds of fading off of I call my element toaster, the Honda Element. So if I say toaster, don't get weird. But the wife was sitting in the car with her sister and fading out, and the coloring they used, just fucking love it. Let's see here. I can actually just type right through here. Pin, fuck. All right, so yeah, there's a definite delay. It's got to be pretty close to a minute here because I'm watching. Here's proof of that. So you see me talking, and this is what it's showing me on YouTube right now, and it's like a Japanese movie. The voices don't match. Yeah. I'll put a link to that. Speaking of that, let's see here. Oh, isolation, not inception. What the fuck? Copy link. I wonder if there's a way. Matt, you still there, buddy? I'm gonna see if I can make so when I come back on here. Before put in hide. I'm gonna add you as a moderator, bro. We'll put Devil up in there. So when we start doing this more, we get some knuckleheads in there. That's too funny that there's such a delay like that. I'll put Mama B. I can't wait to see what your comments are going to be. If you're like, what in the hell did you use for music? Yeah, everyone's watching now. What's up, Mike? Want to grab me a beer? I'll be right back. All right, my bad. IPA time. Let's see here. Damn Richard sub, bro. Only 45 minutes left of daylight and 30 minutes to the spot. Oh man. Hey, do your thing. Thank you very much for stopping in. I'm gonna try to do this on the regular. I'm hoping Saturday nights. Maybe like a Wednesday night before Chicago PD night and stuff. We'll see. Novice quads. Oh my God, man in the house. All right, so I was talking about I want to do this more, and I love you guys. So hold on, add you as a moderator because you guys are mad respect. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I put a link in the chat of the video that I just did. I got to fly at the bowling alley super early this morning to make a video for their Facebook and their webpage and stuff. And I'd love to see, hear, talk about it. Let me know what you think. Go check it out. Wow. Thank you very much. It was I could not talk enough about the camera on this thing. This has the CADX Rat-Tail camera that's on here. If you fly in places that have flashing lights or it goes from dark to light, as crazy as it is there, you should. The camera does phenomenal. There was black lights there, which usually screw up the FPV feed a lot, and I could see super good in there and through all those dark little spots. It was awesome. Thank you. I let me know what you think. Leave comments, leave thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I absolutely recommend it. I'm only like 112 away from 1K, and I'm going to do some form of a giveaway. I got a couple cool things that I'd like to contribute back to the community to help you guys, and it'd be an honor. And if you're going to subscribe, it sounds kind of, you don't slap somebody while you're feeding, if you're going to subscribe to the channel, I encourage comments, videos. I want feedback. I don't want just to have a subscriber and not know who you are. I want somebody that I communicate with on a regular basis, that I can help and offer advice in whatever way possible. I just don't want another click, another number next to my name. I want it to mean something. That's why I don't Facebook. That's why I don't have 10,000 friends on Facebook, because I don't have Facebook. It's just because that's useless to me. The people that I hold dearly and close to me that I'd take a bullet for, that's when I use the word friend, are over here all the time having conversation, having a laugh over the fire. Come on, those guys and Julius. Dude, I'd appreciate it. That would be awesome. Trying this new IPA I've never had, Vermont from Long Trail IPA. That's actually pretty good. Oh, the kids are screaming upstairs. Let's see. Yeah, I just got to get off the old anxiety high horse and try to do this more. You can see the clutter mess behind me. The only thing I did in this room, because we're moving our bedroom downstairs, is I got my workbench desk in here on the corner, and then I'm gonna build in on both sides here, like a not a walk-in closet, but it's gonna be all built in to. My wife's got so much clothes, it's insane. So it'll fit all of that stuff. Yeah, wife's yelling at the kids. It's like hot and cold with them too. They were phenomenal, laughing, giggling at the supermarket, and now they're screaming at each other, calling themselves names. This week we're having start having more FPV. That'd be cool. I mean, it's oh shit. You know, I talked FPV the whole time, but I started off in the beginning. See if I can find it. I started off in the beginning before I got into FPV with one of these guys. My first monster my wife bought me was the unique Q500 Plus, and that thing, that bowling video. Thank you so much. As a cinematic guy, as a very artistic guy, you know, FPV is one thing, but creating a moment in a shot, there's only certain things that, you know, you need one of these guys. This is my Mavic Air that I have, and I did a video back in July that I cannot remember the name of to save my life. If somebody's in the chat and can find the video, holy crap. Actually, I got it. Hold on. We go to this place called Lord's Point down in Mystic, and I had this idea of a video I wanted to shoot for like 6 months. You know, so right after Christmas time, I have this crazy migraine. I'm in the shower trying to get rid of the migraine, freaking Excedrin all over the place. And I had this vision when I heard the song when I was taking a shower, like, I have an idea, and I put it together, and I could not believe how it came out. If it will let me. Yeah, I won't tell you how long that took to put on. It's called. Did I pass it already? No, no. Serenity. So if you look up Serenity, you'll get the idea. You know, even cinematic flying, I still have to put new props on my. You can get certain shots, even with the Cinewhoops and stuff like that. But there's just certain shots, a drone, you know. And if you're a nerd like us, quadcopter, drone. One that has GPS, can do autonomous stuff, and the other one's flying it. But what this little thing can do, and if you know, like the old school, the unique Q500 Plus was easily, so that's almost 2.5 feet, and it was like that tall. It was a beast. You had to pack it in this huge crate. It was not easy to get out. It flew like a dream. Once it's out and it's out into, you know, above the ocean or away from people, nobody really noticed it. But when you're bringing this thing in and the props on it, I forget, were 14, 15 inches long, everyone ran for the hills. And that was before the fear of the drone and all that stuff. But I fly this anywhere, you know, and anybody around me is well aware of what's going on in flying, because that's just the common thing to do. Nobody's bothered by it. And you talk about a bug up my ass, like the Peter Griffin, what grinds my gears moment. When this guy came out, and within the last 6-7 months, there's been a bazillion new quiet props that have come out. Everyone's making this big deal because these props. Yeah, I absolutely love the camera. I usually don't shoot it in 4K, to be honest. I like the 60 frames a second. So if you slow down a shot or you want to add the cinematic montage to it, I stay at the 60 frames. I haven't done the 4K, and then within Wondershare, I upscale it, and that's where I'll get the 4K. But all these guys, I won't say any names. I don't want to throw anybody in the bus. But all these people are like, it's loud, it makes noise. Here's a level meter. Here's a quiet prop. Here's a loud prop. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? It's a drone. It makes noise. You don't yell at somebody for riding a dirt bike. You know, you're in the woods. Oh my god. Anyway, you want people to actually hear it. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Does that do 60 frames also? But you want people to know what's around. If you're not doing anything wrong, why would you care if anybody hears it? Unless you're flying the thing right next to your head, why would you care? It blows my mind. All these people put emphasis, and I know a lot of the channels that were promoting these props were getting paid to do it, and it's more content. But at the same time, does it make sense? You're like complaining about something that doesn't effing matter? Excuse me. I have flown that super close when you do certain shots where you want to make sure, you know, with your line of sight that you're, you know, between the gap that you want to shoot. I'm right next to it. I trust this thing. I've never had an issue. It doesn't tweak and freaking freak out. It's not that damn loud. It's not that loud. Why would that effing bother you? It boggled my mind. And there was all these people that have billions of subscribers that are promoting and have all this shit on their channel, making this big deal because a prop made a little bit of noise. And honestly, the noise from the quiet props necessarily wasn't quieter. It was a different frequency that it was creating. And again, you put the thing 5 feet away from you and you barely can tell it's there. I put that thing 10 feet up in the air, or nobody knows it's there. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let's check the chat here. Call me old school, but I mean, just everyone's bitchy, complaining. They have to have something. I don't know. The world's gone soft. Everyone's offended by everything. We were talking about it. We'd love to see a reboot of one of my favorite movies, Spaceballs. How would you do that in today's age without offending everybody? Because everyone has to be entitled and all that. Speaking of that, on all the live feeds that I go on to, everyone's talking about sharing this out. I don't know how to do that, but if you guys know how to share this out so other people can see it and check it out, I would greatly appreciate that. Again, ain't about the numbers, but instead of sitting in front of my laptop, I can live stream. That's the whole, you know, I want to be able to live stream with my phone so I can go for a walk, or I got my crazy hoverboard so I can have a cigar and go hoverboard and live stream. I crashed my drone. Is it also a Mavic Air? I had one crash with this thing, and I did exactly what I say you can't do. So I was flying it in one of my popular spots, and I was kind of panning. Let's see if I can do this here. Trying to fly around this tree instead of flying it like an FPV guy. I was trying to go like this and get the cool shot around it. And all the sensors, I had all the stuff on, so it lets you know the bells and whistles. It's got all the, hey, don't go, excuse me, hey, don't go there, you're too close, kind of like a backup camera. All of them were going off as I'm going around the tree, and I'm ignoring it because I want that shot, and I just bumped the branch, and it fell down and went upside down. This thing falls down anywhere, you'll be able to find it because of the way that it looks. Well, it fell upside down. Close the door, please. Go. Hi, go. Come on. Never mind, close the door. It falls down. I can't find it to save my freaking life. And I'm like, wait a minute, I knew where I was flying, but I was in the moment, so I had actually lost track of where it was. And then rule number one, if you're flying, you're recording. So I went back and I watched the footage, and I was 15, 20 feet off on another bend that looked identical to it. And my wife actually found it, thank God. I thought there was a way you could make them beep, but I didn't figure that out then. But I ended up finding it, thank God. Nothing was wrong with it. Just tweaked the prop. I don't know what they have for props here. Let's see what I got for props. But yeah, if you're flying, record. The remote should have told. Yeah, it did. But I was on top of it, so it wasn't, you know, I was within microscopic spots, so I was able to. Oh, it does? You have to share that with me, bro. I haven't flown with him yet, but I have carbon fiber props. These things are much firmer compared to the other ones. I want to try flying with these guys and see if there's any vibration that the camera picks up or how it flies. I got all kinds of good shit. And then I got the ones with the gold. Got all kinds of shit here. thingy. Yeah, that's how I found my drone, was to reply. Yeah, yeah. Thank God. And again, I walked by it like 4 times because I was just going back and forth, laughing because I'm like, I'm dumb enough to ignore all the sensors. I only got the ones with the gold. So I want to find green ones, but they won't go with the color scheme. Those problems are right, but that's funny you say that. When I had the unique Q500 Plus, I was doing a video for a campground in Lake Forest Lake, New Hampshire, and again that was with the Monster. And my daughter Zoe was just barely walking. She was super young, and I was very scared of the thing. Yeah, because they are definitely rigid. So I had put it out. I was on the boat launch part of the gravel there, had it right by the water, and I was initializing it. Um, so I was initializing and waiting for the GPS to kick in, and then I was going to launch. And my daughter had come over, give me a hug, and said, "Love you, Daddy," and ran off out of view. And then I was getting ready to launch. Um, I hit the button, so the motor spun up and it lifted, you know, to me, waist height. And then I was getting ready to go up. Zoe comes running over again. I'll be out in a sec. Thank you. What the fuck was he saying? Wife's got to yell at me because my friend's over now, so I gotta go in a minute. Got it up waist height and was about to stand up and take off. My kid comes, bear hugs me. She comes in, Daddy, I love you. Bear hugs me, pushes the controller into me. So I have no control. I put one hand back. But what did it do? It pushed the stick on the controller, and the unique Q500 came full tilt, full speed right at me, and it was at her head height. So I had about 2.2 seconds to make a decision. And I turn and I just punched the thing out of the air. It ended up freaking exploding into 1,000 pieces, not breaking anything. One of the props broke, and when it broke, it fell off and it slit my daughter right across the hand, and it was instant blood. Thank God there was a medic on scene and all these people. Long story short, it instantly stopped bleeding for the most part. Everyone came up to me and was asking if I was okay, and they also wanted me to fly, which blew my mind. Peace. Yeah, I'll be getting off in a sec. It was traumatic. I try to fly very, very safe and away from people because they were what the whole point of it was that they were having their annual bonfire and cookout, and they do a 70 pallet bonfire right on the beach, and they wanted me to get the footage. So everyone was aware, everyone knew, everyone was away from this thing, and it was just one of those things that you couldn't control. Zoe was fine. 10 minutes later, they had patched her up, and like I said, she stopped bleeding, and I was to the point of tears where I was embarrassed. You don't want to hurt your kid. I mean, that's my passion, my children, and I wanted to fly for everybody, and it just was ashamed. All these people came up, they bring me all the parts, just the props broke. The little gimbal thing fell off the camera. I was able to just click that back on. Guy comes up to me, high fives me, goes, "You're fine. Nobody thinks it was your fault. Here's a beer." I said, "I'll drink that, but if you want me to fly, I can't." But I was able to get the shot and do the video, which was phenomenal. Everyone had a great time, but it'll go down in history. Stuck in my head is, I wanted to, and the whole point of that ADD conversation was I was going to put the carbon fiber props on there to fly just to try them out. The ones that are like this big, they wouldn't have broke the way that they did, and it would have cut her way worse because of how rigid they are versus just that plastic piece just snapping. I pray to God every day that that's all that happened, because I would have never been able to live with myself. That was some ridiculous shit. But I don't want to cut this short. I'm actually having a fantastic time. Novice, thank you so much. I think I put you in as a moderator. I don't know who else is left. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm going to do this more. I'm going to jump on with Novice when I get a chance and try to be a little more social. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the Just One Pin video. If you haven't seen it, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Bang my damn elbow. Peace out. Love you guys. Thank you.